your own views, I think I'll tell you my bias in today's world with all the things that have changed is I think the North Star metric for customer success should be logo retention or GRR. I genuinely think NRR has corrupted the industry. I wrote, I've been doing SaaStr content for 11 years. When I started, no one knew anything, right? It was groundbreaking. And I wrote about NRR and revenue retention and upsells and second order revenue, and people's jaws dropped. I mean, the conversations we have every day, no one was having 10, 11 years ago. It was a small group of us, right? And in the early days when everything was always growing and your NRR was always up every year, NRR was the right metric for CS when it was growing. But if you look at most of the public companies, NRR has come down the last couple of years. Not all, and it shouldn't happen for earlier stage startups, even though it has. And we can talk about it. It shouldn't, but it does. But what's happened is because we focus on NRR, we just turn CS into mercenaries. When times are good, NRR is perfect. But when times are bad, listen, I wrote this post, but a top 5 SaaS app outsourced their CS, and we pay $299 a month for this app. They threatened us in the middle of the night and said we had to wire them $50,000 the next day, or they would shut off our service after being a customer for a decade. That's what happens when you send it to the CS and sales team. I wrote it. I never named names. I wrote it up, and one of the top 2 officers in the company reached out to me and said it was a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake. It was an agency that they outsourced it all to, and multiple people all on Twitter said we got the same thing last night. They all threatened to turn us off on the 28th unless we signed 4-year prepaid contracts for 5 times as many seats. Never heard of this, right? So we don't want that. And so, listen, everyone's different, and less capital. We all have to go for, even if we're doing well, like we all have to go further on dollars than we did before. It's a reality, which we can chat about. It's back to the future. So we have to make tough trade-offs in a way we haven't. Even if we're doing well, we have to make tough trade-offs. But I think you'll have better success if you're going long. If you want to get to 100 million and $1 billion, have your customer success team be compensated on logo retention, world-class logo retention. Customers may downgrade, they may side grade, they may this, but keep them.